Everyone, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. It's a short presentation. You get this really great gift at the end, so it's really cool. I'm telling you.
It is.
One of the greatest moments in Eagles history is when Vince Papale walked onto the Eagles. He had no statistics. He really had no experience, but Dick Vermeil gave him a chance to be an Eagles football player. It's one of the greatest moments in Eagles history. Someone was given an opportunity and was able to prove himself. We're going to start with my commercial. Take a look. It's pretty good stuff. Buying or selling a home is the most important decision a person can make. Hi, I'm Michael Cohen from Keller in Philadelphia. Whether it's the first home, a dream home, or an investment property, we will guide you from start to finish. As a matter of fact, I will find you a property you thought you never could afford that will double in value in 5 years. We're the most trusted name in Philadelphia. Whether you're a baby boomer to slow things down, or millennial or just getting started, the Michael Cohen team of Philadelphia will exceed your expectations.
Real estate is a passion of mine. Your needs are important to me, and I would love to help you find what you're looking for.
Whatever your goals may be, the Michael Cohen team is here for you. Give us a try. We look forward to working with you. The slowdown is a result of an overheated market. Even in the hottest markets, there's a limit to affordability, and now we have reached that limit. So what are we going to do now that the market has cooled off? Here are some suggestions that I have. Make an appointment with your customers and talk to them face to face about the market conditions and see if we can get them to either consider lowering the price, show them some comps, have a conversation with them and see if you can adjust their price. Follow up with every single phone call that you get from a showing. Leave a message, leave an email, make sure you find out what the feedback is. Even if they didn't like the property, maybe there's something you can do to correct it. Shift your commission. A lot of us list at 6%. I list a lot of times at 5%. If I come down to the last 30 days of the listing contract, I typically will shift it. So if it's a 6% listing, I can move it from 4 to 2%, 4% for the buyer side, 2% for your side. Getting a little bit is better than getting nothing at all. Offer a home warranty. Keller Williams has a special with American Home Shield for only about $350. You can have a home warranty, and sometimes that can make the difference in a sale. Offer to remove your broker fees. A lot of people like that. It's like offering them a little bit of a discount. Take a more aggressive approach. Maybe list at 7% or even 8% instead of continuing to lower the price. Raise the commission, and that typically might make a good sale. Take backup offers. In a market like this, say to the agent, we're taking a backup offer because we're not sure how the home inspection is going to go. We're not sure exactly if the person's going to get pre-approved. So tell the other agent, we'll take a backup offer. It just takes a couple minutes to put that together. Seller held seconds. Sometimes in a softer market, we ask the seller to hold a second mortgage. As long as there's approval from the mortgage company, but that's typically a good answer to help you sell some of these houses. The great imbalance has occurred. The impact that there's too many households chasing too few homes. We have finally reached a point that people don't want to buy in this type of market. It's not only too many first-time home buyers, but there's also a critical shortage for baby boomers. And you're right, nobody wants to live in the suburbs anymore. The cooling off will help rebalance the market. It will cool prices. Prices will come down. It will become more stable. And the speculation that drove the market in 2006, well, that's going to be over with. And it will make growth more challenging. If you're smart and tough, you will survive. So, at the age of 40, I changed careers and I went into commercial real estate. And in 1999, I did some really big deals. I made some really big fees, but there were really, really long sales cycles. I did pretty well, but as the market started to heat up in 2002, I started to see the paradigm shift and I got into REO real estate. And I was doing about 150 REO deals a year to include fixer-uppers, HUD, and hard-to-sell properties. I did REO for about 9 years, and then I moved to Remax where I needed some better branding. So I wrote a blog to sell why I sell the low-end market. I changed careers in 1999, and in 2005, I dominated the foreclosure market in Philadelphia. As the market improved, I found myself spending more time in the higher price range, and my fees were larger, and the deals were more complex, but I never stopped working with my bottom market. The commission in the foreclosure market, shells and fixer-uppers, is about $1,500 a transaction, and I typically close about 10 to 15 fixer-uppers a month. I never could get 5 transactions out of a regular customer. Here's the best part. There's little to no drama and hardly any contingencies except for title. So I have 2 expert title companies that I work with, and anything that comes up, they're usually able to handle it. And I make a really great living selling distressed real estate. Now that the market has changed and my investors are calling their local agents to sell condos, land, small commercial, and rehab properties in Center City, as my name is consistently given out to traditional buyers and sellers to sell their next home. So, what do I say? Gear up. You know what? You're paying for the brand. You're paying for the brand. You might as well wear it. You can flaunt it and be proud of it. When you're in showings, you're at closings, you're in the supermarket, you're at networking events, everybody knows somebody that worked at Keller Williams. So it always will bring up a conversation, and a conversation could lead to a sale. Let's talk about zoning. You may be able to educate yourself and really understand zoning in Philadelphia. For example, if you see a building zoned CMX4 and your customer wants to put a farmer's market, they can't. But if you see that it's zoned CMX3, they can put a farmer's market there. So the point is, you really should know your RSAs, your CMXs, and your industrial zoning so you can really benefit your customer. I typically keep a zoning chart with me at my desk at all times. So when I get the phone call, I act like I'm an expert in zoning in Philadelphia. Zip codes. I keep a zip code chart in front of my desk at all times. So if I get a call and it's in a zip code that I'm not familiar with, I know the name of the neighborhood, I know the area, and it makes me more of an expert in my field. When I first started out, I would go to the low-income zip codes and farm those areas to get listings and buyers. There's really much less competition in the low-end market. If the zip codes come up in the lower-end market, it will produce steady income. So write this down. Every day is a good day when you get a check. I don't really know too much about Keller Williams, but I can tell you one thing, that they do a lot of training. And I got my training on the streets, and I learned by thinking smart and find out what works. About 7 years ago, when Brewerytown was just starting to come up, I got up one Sunday morning and I posted signs all over the neighborhood, about 25 signs. And I started getting calls. And I ended up getting about 9 listings that week from people saying, oh, I see your sale signs everywhere. And I was able to dominate that market for a reasonable amount of time. I can't tell you that going up and putting signs on abandoned houses is something that I recommend, but it's something that worked for me. I had a few times people called me for phone calls and said, you know, these signs are not supposed to be here. And I'd say, oh, I'll take it right down. I'd run over and take it down. But I can tell you one thing, banded signs are cheap. They're like $3, and you can post them everywhere, and it will make the phone ring. Wholesalers. I want to talk a little bit about wholesalers. Wholesalers are unregulated, unlicensed, streetwise, and they don't care about the customers. Wholesalers hurt our business, and I campaign for public awareness. Hi, I'm Michael Cohen from Keller Williams. I want to talk to you today about wholesalers in the real estate business and why you need to avoid them. Wholesalers try to get you the lowest possible price for your home. They work for themselves and make a big profit, and they don't care about the homeowner. Wholesalers are unregulated, streetwise, and typically do not have the funds to settle your property. Seller beware. I'm a licensed realtor by the state of Pennsylvania. I continually attend training classes. I have over 20 years experience in real estate. I am honest, dependable, and on time. I will sell your property unconditionally for more money than any other wholesaler in the streets of Philadelphia. I will look into your best interest, and you will end up at the closing with more money in your pocket. As a matter of fact, I sell more homes than just about anybody else in Philadelphia. Give us a try. We look forward to working with you. Realtor's Property Resource. Does anybody here subscribe to RPR? It's free. Bright has it for free. RPR is a real estate property resource website where you can run a very extensive 45-page comp report with charts and and comps and all kinds of comparables. Every single thing you possibly want to know about the neighborhood. And if you send that off to your customer, they're going to be very, very impressed. It's not hard to use. As a matter of fact, by the end of the day, you're going to be an expert in RPR. Billboard marketing. KW doesn't teach you this. I use it all the time. I create an effect, so I create inbound phone calls all the time. I get hundreds of emails and calls from 300 or 400 signs that I have out on the street, from internet ads, from Zillow ads, and I create a billboard effect where the customers will call me. And it's already a warm lead. If somebody calls you, you don't have to hard pitch them. I rarely, if ever, make a cold call or cold appointment. I have so many signs on the street and people call me for years and years. I make the phone ring and list their properties. If you offer value and service, they will come. Try this line. Mr. Seller, would you rather list your property with me, this will be my only listing? You will be my only customer. Would you want to list with Michael Cohen, who has hundreds of listings and won't give you the attention I will give you? I will wax your car. I will shine your shoes. I will walk your dog. I will work your listing 24 hours a day to sell your home. Will you give me the listing? This is my only public service announcement, everybody. Please pay attention. This is a public service announcement. Whenever you call somebody, identify yourself, your agency, and the property address. That lets us know what you're talking about. When you send an email, please put your phone number, your agency, the property address, so we absolutely, positively can call you back immediately. And the third thing is, if you're going to send a text, please tell me who you are. The signature of anything, whether it's voice or written, is really important to your success. Listen, if I can't identify who you are or who you are, I'm going to move on. We're going to talk a little bit about press releases. As a matter of fact, I wrote a press release about how to write a press release. That's how obsessed I am with press releases. Press releases are inexpensive. All you have to do is follow the format and release the press release, and I guarantee you that one of the news or media publications will pick you up. I did a press release in Philadelphia Magazine a couple years ago, and they put me in an Alan Dom article, and it said that I was a prominent realtor. So it was all done by a press release. And as a matter of fact, we're putting one together right now to put out. And there's a wire service. It goes out to about 400 or 500 blogs and publications, and it's absolutely free, or sometimes they ask you to donate like $10 to a charity or something like that. Press releases are a great way to build your business at a very low cost. I'm going to talk about my listing presentation. So I give sellers my resume. I'm applying for a job. Will you hire me to sell your most valuable asset? I have a marketing plan. Do you have a marketing plan? I have a marketing plan, and this marketing plan can be your marketing plan if you want to use my marketing plan. It's very short and it's concise, and it's a marketing plan that will give you good results for single families, multi-families, and commercial buildings. I have a plan and it works. How are you going to sell my house? So the customer is going to ask you, they want to know who you are from Keller Williams or RE/MAX. They want to know how you're going to sell my home at the highest price in the fastest amount of time. Give them the marketing plan. And yes, it is on my website if you want to use it. What's my motto? Everybody has a motto. My motto is, I will find you a house that you thought you never could afford that will double in value in 5 years. Will you hire me? So the market is great right now, and we need to prepare for lean times and build your name and your brand now. And when the market gets soft, you're still selling homes. Put your face on everything. Put your profiles on Zillow, HomeSnap, Keller Williams website. Take a little time each day, 10 or 15 minutes each day, and build your profile. It will really make a difference when people are trying to find out who you are and what you do. And yes, get a professional headshot. It's really important. I want to talk a little bit today about Zillow. Zillow and truly, believe it or not, I'm one of the top 1% lead inbounders in the United States. Pretty amazing. I get about 2,500 leads a week from Zillow. I believe they spend big money on understanding the marketplace and the agents. Here's a great video.
Did you get my email?
I did.
So what'd you think of the house?
Well, it's got a great kitchen, but did you see the school rating?
Oh, you're right.
Oh, hey babe, I gotta go.
Okay, come here, sweetie. Say bye to Daddy.
Bye, Daddy.
Have a good day at school, okay?
Okay.
But what about when my parents visit? I just don't think there's enough room. Let's keep looking.
Okay. Just love this one. I mean, look at it. It's next to a park.
I love it.
I love it too. What do you think of our new house?
I'm most excited about the pool.
Me too, sweetie. Here's your new house.
You're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. Zillow.
Zillow's motto is, real estate is too complex and too infrequent for a consumer to work without an agent. Zillow helps the consumer find an agent, then a home. I think about 90% of the consumers use Zillow. They don't have a brokerage. I've been to Las Vegas and a dozen different Zillow meetings, and I think that you don't have to be a creative writer, but if you need a little bit of help, myself or my daughter will be glad to help you improve your Zillow profile. I want to talk a little bit today about networking. Where does success begin? And this is going to be your biggest takeaway of the entire day. My number one formula to success is to attend networking meetings. I meet people for coffee, charity events, I take them to lunch. This is how you do it. I don't sit at a desk. I get out on the street. I meet people, contractors. I visit my customers' rehabs. I have a very rigid schedule for networking. There's a networking event in this city every week. I spent 2 years going to networking events, one a week, sometimes two a week. By attending networking events and shaking hands with people, you will unconditionally build your business. I have 10,000 contacts in my phone. I have 20,000 contacts in my database. I use MailChimp because MailChimp is free. And I think it's a great software and it's very easy to use. If you use Command or any of the proprietary softwares from the real estate agencies, you may not be able to take your data with you. So I do recommend get out there and get to as many networking events as you possibly can, and you will build your business. Mandatory reading. I have some mandatory weekly reading. My first is the Philadelphia Business Journal. It comes every Thursday, and you can get to read it over the weekend. It tells you everything you possibly need to know about economic growth in Philadelphia, every single large development project, every single player that's in Philadelphia. You can learn the names, you can learn the projects and the names of the buildings and the neighborhoods and the restaurants. You absolutely must get the Philadelphia Business Journal. The other one that I recommend is the Public Record. It's free. It's absolutely free. You just have to sign up for it, and it comes in the mail to your home, and it talks to you about the politicians in Philadelphia and what's going on in the government of Philadelphia and what the mayor's talking about and all the city council people and what they're doing. And there is some great ads in here from Waste Management. So, but anyway, it is a free publication and it's a 10-minute read. The other one is Philadelphia Magazine. It's $12 a year. It's $1 a month. It tells you everything about restaurants and neighborhoods and growth and everything that's occurring in the entire city of Philadelphia. So for less than $100 a year, you can completely be updated on what you need to know to sell your marketplace. I'm going to talk a little bit about expired listings. Keller Williams and most of the agencies do talk about expired listings. I made a great living on expired listings years ago. I have a great expired letter. You're welcome to use it. You can change the name. You're welcome to use my expired letter. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I can tell you that if you do farm your market with expireds, you could pick up like 10 to 12 listings a year for really absolutely no cost. The other thing that I really thought was interesting, and I never really got a chance to do, was to work expired short sales. That might be an interesting avenue to travel. If anybody does that, let me know how you make out. So Anton and I, we started a new model. It's called PhillySeniorHomes.com. And as we're aging a little bit, our marketplace is changing, and a lot of senior citizens need help with moving. So our model is that we will help sell your home, pack your home, clean your home, fix your home, and even help you relocate. So it's a full service model that we're using here at Keller Williams. We designed the model with a Facebook page, a press release, a blog. We had a professional writer. We're doing professional video, and we're doing everything for really probably only several $100s. So if you want to build the whole model, you can do it. If you do your own press releases, write your own video copy, you can become successful. Please try to visit PhillySeniorHomes.com and like our Facebook page. It's a really great new model that we're doing here. And I think we're the only ones here in Philadelphia doing it. Let's set a goal for the next 10 years. Here's the goal. You're going to buy 1 to 2 houses a year. And in 10 years, you're going to be rich. And you're going to call me and you're going to say, hey, Michael Cohen, thank you for giving me that simple advice. If you have to go to hard money, if you have to partner, if you have to go to a family member, please try to buy 1 to 2 houses a year. And after 10 years, you're going to realize that you've developed incredible equity. So find a way to buy real estate because you're already on the front line. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming today. I'm going to give you a fabulous gift. It's a really awesome gift, and I want you to really enjoy it, and I want you to feel free to call me. Call me anytime, email me anytime, text me. I'm glad to help you. If you have a problem and it's late at night, and I answer my phone up till 9 p.m. I answer my phone from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So I'm glad to help you out. In conclusion, anyway, thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate your time. I hope this has been helpful to you. In conclusion, I have not quite figured out the whole Keller Williams culture, but I can tell you, if you follow the money, study the incredibly successful people in this building, know your marketplace, practice your pitch, and figure out what gets it done. Get out, shake hands, meet people, and the money will come.
And something else.